Inspired by journalist Trent Dalton's own life, Boy Swallow's Universe is the coming-of-age story of growing up on the wrong side of the tracks in the 1980s.
You know, everybody thinks of Bris Vegas as being very kind of sequin bikinis and vajazzles and being dazzled by the beauty of it. But this is the underbelly of that world. It's the housing estates, the drug addiction, it's life in prison, it's domestic violence. And yet, even though he's telling a very dark tale, he has a light touch.
Did you always know you were going to write it in first person?
I knew I wanted to speak through the voice of a 12-year-old Aussie boy. And I'd just kind of metaphorically step into the sort of Dunlop volleys of this 12-year-old boy that was a complete, you know, avatar for me, named Eli Bell. And just really, he kind of helped take me to places that I probably wasn't willing to go as 41-year-old Trent Dalton. I knew there was something really powerful about a boy missing his mum on Christmas Day and deciding to bust into Boggo Road Women's Prison. I thought about doing that as a kid, and I wanted to write a book where the kid does everything that I wanted to do. So people say it's so autobiographical, and it is. It's about 50% real.
And then the rest is your fantasy of what you wished happened.
I'll read you this bit because it sort of shows how low I think anyone can get in places like this. So this sort of scene finds Eli kind of successfully busted into Boggo Road Women's Prison, and he comes to his mum's cell door and there's a little observation window. "Merry Christmas, Mum." And I'm crying now. Of course I'm crying now. I didn't know how much I needed to cry for her until now. Hanging by my fingers to the door of cell 24 in the Boggo Road Women's Clink. "Merry Christmas, Mum." I beam at her. "See, Mum, see? After all this, after all these mad moments, after Lyle, after Slim, after you getting put away, it's still the same old me. Nothing changes, Mum. Nothing changes me. Nothing changes you. I love you more, Mum."
Were your readers present as you were writing?
Absolutely right. I have this vision where I'm writing for some kid at Housing Commission Brackenridge. Every Australian knows that red brick of Housing Commission Australia. There's a lot of people growing up in Australia in that place who perhaps hadn't felt like they'd been written about.
And you just had a blank canvas because no one had ever done it before.
No one had
so
done it.
you got
No one
to do
had
it
done
for posterity.
And I love just hearing people say, it's like, man, you wrote about Brackenridge, like that's my childhood in Victoria. And you wrote about Brackenridge, that's my childhood on the fringes of Adelaide. And that becomes extremely powerful.